Hare Krishna, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Caitaniya Caritamita Adi Leela, chapter 10, text 40. Shri Mukunda Datta Shakha Prabhura Samadhyayi Yanhara Kirtane Nache Chaitanya Gosai. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Mukunda Datta, a class of friend of Lord Chaitanya's, was another branch of the Chaitanya tree. Lord Chaitanya danced while he sang. So this is Mukunda Datta, another confidential devotee of the Lord. He used to sing very beautifully, but to his singing, Lord Chaitanya would dance. Rakeshwar Pandit was the dancer. He could dance for 72 hours constantly. Mukunda Datta, he's the singer, sings so beautifully that Lord Chaitanya dances. Sri Mukunda Datta was born in the Chattagram district in the village of Chanhara, which is under the jurisdiction of the police station named Patia. This village is situated 10 kroshas or about 20 miles from the home of Pundarika Vidyanidhi. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi, we heard about him earlier. He was a great devotee of the Lord. In Krishna Leela, Pundarik Vidyanidhi is Vrishabhanu, Srimati Radharani's father. That same Pundarik Vidyanidhi has come in Chaitanya Leela. The same Rishabhanu has come in Chaitanya Leela as Pundarik Vidyanidhi. In the Gaura Ganodesh Tipika 140, it is said, Vajestita Ayakauyo Madhukanta Madhuvrito Mukunda Vasudevoto Datav Gauranga Gayako. In Braj, there were two very nice singers named Madhukanta and Madhuvrita. They appeared in Chaitanya Leela as Mukunda and Vasudev Datta. So Gaur Ganadesh Dipika is telling us about the position of Mukunda Dutt and Vasudev Dutt. Who are they in Krishna Leela? They are Madhukanta and Madhuvrata. They were in Braj. They were excellent singers. And now continuing the same service, they are singing. Mukunda Datta is singing for Lord Chaitanya. When Lord Chaitanya was a student, Mukunda Datta was his class friend, and they frequently engaged in logical arguments. This is what Lord Chaitanya, before he started his Sankirtana movement, he was only into logic, grammar, Sanskrit. You know, he was a logician, Nyaya Shastra. He was just focused into the Nyaya, always arguing logic. Sometimes Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would fight with Mukunda Datta using tricks of logic. This is described in the Caitanya Bhagavat, Adikant, chapters 11 and 12. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned from Gaya, Mukunda Datta gave him pleasure by reciting verses from Srimad Bhagavatam about Krishna Leela. So Lord Chaitanya, the transformation happened after he went to Gaya. Well, this is how Lord Chaitanya wanted the pastime to unfold. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself. But how did he show? In his earlier years, he presented himself as a great logician. He did not present himself as a devotee at all. He would not talk anything about devotion or devotional service. In fact, he would just argue with the devotees, and they would be like, oh my God, such a waste of talent. You know, you're so talented. If only you would be a devotee. But he would be just um, engaging in logic, and he was a pandit. He was a young boy, but yet he was teaching logic to so many students in the school. Um, so when he came back from Gaya, Lord Chaitanya actually exhibited uh, his exhibited devotion, exhibited his love for Krishna. And at that time, Mukunda Datta was reciting verses from Bhagavatam. specifically about Krishna Leela, specifically about Krishna Leela. So Mukunda Datta could recite the Bhagavatam verses in a very melodious way. Bhagavatam, actually, the verses, you know, many can really recite it in really melodious ways. It was by his endeavor that Gadadhar Pandit Goswami became a disciple of Pundarik Vidyanidhi, as stated in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Kanda, chapter 7. So Mukunda Datta and Gadadhar Pandit had gone to visit Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Mukunda Datta told Gadadhar Pandit, come, let's go, there's a Mahabhagavat, come, and let's go meet him. So Gadadhar Pandit went along. He's a simple brahmachari. And he went along with Mukunda Datta. But when they reached the house of Pundarik Vidyanidhi, they saw Pundarik Vidyanidhi sitting on a swing made of gold ornaments. There are servants who are fanning him. There's so much food in front of him in golden and silver plates. He's chewing pan. His hair is well oiled. He's wearing opulent clothes. So looking at him, Gadadhar Pandit was like, this is a devotee. He looks to be like an ordinary materialistic person, because the outward appearance was like that. So Mukunda Dutt could understand what Gadadhar Pandit is saying. So Mukunda Dutt started reciting a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. As soon as Pundarik Vidyanidhi heard the Bhagavatam verse, he became ecstatic. He became like a madman. He was throwing everything around, was throwing everything, whatever was there, rolling on the ground, not in anger or fear or envy or anything, no, but out of love. He was hearing the Bhagavatam verses and there was so much love, he was not able to control it. His heart was overflowing with love for Krishna. And then Gadadhar Pandit realized, oh my God, I committed an offense. This personality here is a great devotee. Just by hearing Bhagavatam verses, his love is overflowing so much. I just thought, looking at his appearances, that, he's wearing such clothes and he has the servants around him and he's living in such an opulent place. So I made a mistake. Then later Gadadhar Pandit takes initiation from Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He accepts Pundarik Vidyanidhi as his spiritual master. He got permission from Lord Chaitanya and he accepted Pundarik Vidyanidhi as his spiritual master. So when Mukunda Datta sang in the courtyard of Shiva's Prabhu, Mahaprabhu danced with his singing, and when Lord Chaitanya for 21 hours exhibited an ecstatic manifestation known as Shata Prahariya. No, Sat Prahariya. 21 hours. So for 7 Prahariya, Mukunda Datta inaugurated the function by singing. So Lord Chaitanya was in ecstasy for 21 hours. And that time also Mukunda Datta began the singing. And when Mukunda Datta would sing in the courtyard of Srivas Pandit, Mahaprabhu would sing. Srivas Pandit, great associate of Lord Chaitanya began the Sankirtana pastimes in the house of Srivas Pandit, in fact. They used to have this bhajans, the kirtans, whole night, where the devotees would have this ecstatic, amazing kirtans going on, chanting and dancing. Srivas Angan is still there. If anyone has the good fortune to visit Mayapur, can still go and see Srivas Angan. It's not far from the Radha Madhav temple, where the ISKCON temple is. It's quite nearby. Can visit these pastime places of Lord Chaitanya. Sometimes Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised Mukunda Datta by calling him Khada Jatiya Beta, because he attended many functions held by different classes of non-devotees. This is stated in the Caitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Khanda, chapter 10. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself dressed as the goddess of fortune to dance in the house of Chandrasekhar, Mukunda Datta began the first song. So, as we read earlier, Lord Chaitanya would take part in the dramas. One time he became Lakshmi Devi. This drama was enacted in the house of Chandrasekhar Acharya, and Lord Chaitanya was taking the part of Lakshmi Ji, and Mukunda Datta began the singing. And Lord Chaitanya would chastise Mukunda Datta also, because Mukunda Datta sometimes would go and hear, he would go and associate with persons who are not devotees. He would go and associate with the impersonalists. And Lord Chaitanya would chastise Mukunda Datta for that. So one time, what happened? Lord Chaitanya was giving benedictions to all the devotees, calling them one by one and giving them benedictions. So he did not call Mukunda Datta. Mukunda Datta was waiting outside. So Mukunda Datta asked one devotee to go and tell Lord Chaitanya that he also wanted to be called, get a benediction. Lord Chaitanya said, never, I'm not going to see that. He is like you know what? He's like killing me. Because the impersonalists are covered atheism. When we follow impersonalism, we are covered atheists, denying the existence of God. We are denying when we say that everyone is God or everything is God, we are denying that there is one personality who is God. So that's why then it is covered atheism. So Lord Chaitanya said, this person, he's going and associating. On one hand, he's being a devotee. On another hand, he's killing me. Not in a million births I will see him. So when the devotees went and told Mukunda Datta, he was very happy. He started dancing. Oh, I will get the darshan of my Lord after 1 million births. He was very happy. He didn't become morose. He didn't get angry. Oh, Lord Chaitanya is chastising me. No, he was happy. Oh, I'm going to have darshan of my Lord in 1 million births. And seeing this attitude of Mukunda Datta, Lord Chaitanya called him inside and gave him benedictions. So this is the mood of the devotee that, oh, I will be able to see the Lord. Maybe not now, maybe after 1 million births, but I will be able to see the Lord. So we'll stop here and continue tomorrow. Are there any questions or comments? Chaitanya Caritamita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.